North Korea's sacred mountain Paektu, designated as UNESCO Global Geopark. A view of a mountain Paektu from the North Korean side of the mountain taken in June 2017. CNN high atop the Korean peninsula past military checkpoint and bumpy dirt road in one of the world's most secretive countries rises the volcano and the deep crater lake steeped in symbolism. Mountain Paektu, an active stratovolcano straddling the border of North Korea and China, is the highest peak on the Korean peninsula and lies at the heart of the North Korea's foundation myth. The North Korean side of the mountain was recently designated a UNESCO Global Geopark, marking North Korea's first natural site to be included on the list. The Executive Board of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, called UNESCO, recognized the site for its impressive natural and cultural heritage, including its volcanic eruptions and geological features, in the meeting held in February. But to grasp the significance, you have to stand at the edge of the Lake Chon, caldera around 7,200 feet above the sea level, formed by the massive eruption more than a thousand years ago, and feel the wind cut across your face. I did just that in June 2017 as one of the few Western journalists to reach Paektu's summit from the North Korean side. The trip, sanctioned and closely monitored by Pyongyang, offered rare access and window into how the regime elevates this mountain into something almost divine. The Mount Paektu bloodline. The mountain was the birthplace of Dangun, the mythical founder of the first Korean kingdom, according to North Korean legend. Kim Il-sung, North Korea's founder and Kim Jong-un's grandfather, purportedly used the mountain as the hideout when fighting against the Japanese occupation for independence in the 1940s. State media often refers to the eldest Kim in reference to the mountain, using titles like legendary hero of Paektu. North Korea claims that Kim Jong-il, the late leader and the father of Kim Jong-un, was born near Paektu's summit. Guides showed me a wooden cavern where they said the snow melted and the sun broke through. Flowers bloomed, and a new star appeared in the sky to mark his birth. There's no historical evidence for this, and many scholars believe Kim Jong-il was likely born in Russia, but the story is told without a hint of doubt throughout North Korea. Paektu isn't just a mountain, it's national altar. The mountain has been widely used by the Kim dynasty to showcase the family's own lore and deification. Each peaks have been emblazoned on the country's national emblem, and each name has been lent to everything from rockets to power stations and occasionally the country itself. The North Korean leader Kim Jong-un rides the horse during snowfall in Mountain Paektu in this image released by North Korea's Korean Central News Agency on October 16, 2019. North Korean society prizes racial purity, and state propaganda glorify the Kim family for their Mountain Paektu bloodline, which is said to be a noble and heroic lineage tied to the ancient legendary kings of the Korean peninsula. This is the soul of Korea's revolution, the guide told me, as North Korean pilgrims stood quietly nearby, some in tears, believing they were hollowed ground. Kim Jong-un has often visited the sacred mountain, usually before major shakeups, like the 2013 execution of his uncle and the 2016 nuclear test. In 2018, he brought then South Korean President Moon Jae-in up to the summit in the rare moment of unity. Moon Jae-in, who stood at the top clutching Kim's hand alongside their wives, called the visit the realization of the dream. I wondered if I was ever going to have a chance to come here, but my wish has come true. Moon Jae-in said, for Koreans on both sides of the border, reaching the peak has long been a rite of passage, but access has been closed off to most living in South Korea. In 2019, North Korea's state media released the photographs of Kim Jong-un riding on the white horse up the sacred mountain on the at least two separated occasions amid tensions on the peninsula. Geological significance. It, in its recognition, the UNESCO Executive Board cited Paektu's volcanic legacy, valleys shaped by glacial erosion and rocky plains as part of its global significance. It also noted that the millennia eruption that occurred on Mount Paektu more than 1,000 years ago, 946 CE, one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recorded history. Currently, there are more than 200 geoparks in 49 countries, according to the organization. UNESCO global geoparks are recognized as a single unified geographical areas where sites and landscape of international geological significance are managed with the holistic concept of protection, education, and sustainable development. Last year, the UNESCO board designated the Chinese side of the mountain as a global geopark under its Chinese name, Changbeksan. North Korea sought a UNESCO Geopark designation in 2019, a year before China, but an on-site inspection of the site in North Korea was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. With the designation, Pyongyang may now try to rebrand Paektu as the geotourism destination, promoting its natural wonders as well as Korean mythology. Back in 2017, the journey to Paektu took us through remote farming villages where children run away from our cameras, some likely having never seen a foreigner. In Samjiyon, the closest town monument to Kim Il Sung dot the landscape, and the buildings bear scars from the battles with Japanese occupiers. CNN senior international correspondent Will Ripley, senior vice president and managing editor Elena Lee, producer Tim Swatch, and photojournalist Justin Robertson left to write at the site of the Lake Chun, atop Mountain Paektu, June 2017. Life near Paektu is rural and sparse, but the people we met spoke with quite pride with their history, their home, and the belief that they live in the place that matters. With this UNESCO recognition, Mountain Paektu is now not just a national symbol, but recognized as a site of global geological value. Whether that leads to more engagement or remains another tool for Pyongyang's narrative is unclear. For now, the mountain stands, its slopes cloaked in clouds, and its stories passed down through generations. And if you ever found yourself at the summit, staring into Lake Chun and breathing in the frigid air, you might understand why so many North and South believe it holds the soul of Korea. CNN's Yoon Jong-seo and Joshua Bellinger contributed to this report.